Floors and ceilings. Let's discuss.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass, and I'm all out of bubblegum.
Floors and ceilings. What do I mean by that? Well, okay. Floor is a price that, barring unforeseen events like reprints, right? A card usually is kind of like always above that price. A ceiling is the opposite, kind of a price that it's never gonna go above. I mean, barring any really high grade cards or anything like that. We're talking raw cards here, okay? It can be applied to graded cards too, but the numbers change. So, okay, a floor and a ceiling. A good card to look at for me is Old Man and the Sea, Old Man of the Sea, Arabian Nights, freaking Rudy, Old Man Rudy, one of his favorite cards. So this card, the previous buyout before 2019 and 2018, before the dip in 2019, this card had reached $600, okay? During the pullback, right as COVID happened, it dropped back down to 200. Now, that 200 to 250 was a pretty solid floor. Nothing was going to drop below that, right? And during the run-up in COVID, it didn't pop for the longest time. And I said to myself, that's interesting. Considering the fact that it's a $600 card, if I bought it right now for $330, I'd do well knowing that it has a much higher ceiling. Lo and behold, the card ratcheted up to that point. So the previous established ceiling from the previous buyout now became kind of the near mint price, the mid price, you know? So a previous ceiling, it's like that ratcheting up, right? The floor gets higher too. These aren't going to drop back down now, especially the near minties. And if you look at cards like this as floors and ceilings, you know when they have room to run and when they don't. Sometimes the buyout, right? Previous buyout, Juzam Djinn didn't get bought out. However, what happened to Juzam Djinn during this buyout is its floor ratcheted up. So you're not going to find any Juzams for $1,200 anymore. I mean, unless you're talking really beat, you're just not going to find that. And so if you start to look at things as floors and ceilings, you start to realize, if you're paying attention to card prices over long periods of time, you start to realize that there's ranges that these cards go through as these buyouts happen. And when you see that, you can see that there's many opportunities to buy, but there's also times that you need to sell. So start to look at things as floors and ceilings. Start to look at categories with floors and ceilings in mind, and it'll help you get a better grasp of the market as a whole. This is one of the things that I've been using for a long time. Like I said, with Old Man of the Sea, this was just one that came to mind as I was thinking about this video. And yeah, if you look at the chart, you can clearly see its floors and ceilings. And it's funny, the new charts, right? Well, new charts. The charts after a buyout, it's like they spike and they come back down and then they level out. But that leveling out is always higher than the previous floor. It's a, like I said, a ratcheting up over time with each buyout. Yeah, it's just another way of looking at things that'll help you become a little bit more analytical. During these times of crazy reprints and Wizards madness, we need all the tips and tools that we can get in order to help us in these markets. And this is one of these tools. Now, when a card breaks through its floor, it's because something has changed from how it used to operate. A card that's, look, we can't talk about any modern cards like there's any real floors or ceilings, but a floor that was broken recently was freaking Liliana of the Veil. Why'd it break? Reprints, and it's just not more, there's not much else besides for that. The card couldn't take a reprint, they reprinted it. And this goes for everybody who's thinking about that they're going to reprint the reserve list and all this. Like, when those cards get reprinted, some of them will take major hits. Most won't. Some of them will. Yeah, Anyway, if you're gonna buy any cards today, remember to use my TCG Player affiliate link in the description. It is free to use and helps out a lot. Thank you very much. Remember to like and subscribe. Check out my Patreon. We have all types of cool stuff, box breaks and whatnot. All that, any money that comes from that, and from super chats and super thanks and channel memberships, all that stuff goes towards keeping this channel going, buying new equipment, leveling up, like this microphone right here. I'm trying to buy some editing software that's a couple hundred beans, so you know, it's gonna take some time, but you'll see this channel slowly getting more and more professional. I'm doing what I can, guys. I hope to yeah, I'll catch you soon. Peace.
Man. Game over, man. Game over. What the fuck are we gonna do now? What are we gonna do?
Maybe we could build a fire, sing a couple of songs, huh? Why don't we try that?